My question is just more so like if I know you're a manager, obviously, and managers talk between them. But what is like the most major thing as like a junior that people struggle with, or like people need help or touch-ups on?
Pipeline management, time management. Yeah. So it's just the LOs who have a problem with it are those who kind of just like the process here at NAP. It's an engine, right? So think of it as like jump rope when you're a kid. Like it's moving no matter what, regardless if you're in the middle of it or not. It's gonna move, and all you got to do is kind of find out that rhythm so it doesn't hit your feet, right? And so the agents that have issues with it are just kind of in the process. Like they don't, what I mean? Like they don't understand that there is a rhythm to that process, so they fight that rhythm, right? So in order to get a closed purchase, you need to of course issue them a correct PAL. In order to give them a PAL, you need to get the full package. So there's this reverse engineer process in this system, where if you can figure out what that beat is and what that system is, you can play it to your advantage to where it's just an automated engine. Make sense? But I would say that's probably the main thing that comes up, is because there's a lot of PALs, but the conversion to PAL is low. And it's it's not always the agent's fault. I mean, a lot of times it's these realtors that end up recommending them to the preferred lender or their associate. And so these are things that can actually be handled up front in your very first engagement. So that's what I meant, is like it really comes down to how you set up the expectation. And so before you issue them this PAL, you say, hey, you know what, this pre-approval that I'm giving to you, it's as good as cash. It's strong. As a matter of fact, if you make an offer in escrow, they're going to look at it as basically a check, a cashier's check, because it's already been pre-underwritten. But because it's already been pre-underwritten, Mike, it's very, very important that you refrain from financing any new debt, like a new car or applying for a credit card. Just as a matter of fact, don't pull your credit at all. Now, as you meet other realtors or you're looking at homes with these realtors, there may be advertisements, or the realtor themselves may even tell you, hey, why don't you contact my friend? Just understand, Mike, that that's a credit inquiry. That's going to affect this pre-approval letter. Now, at the end of the day, as I shared with you in our conversation, we all go to the same cow for the milk. It's going to be either Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, or FHA. The only reason why you're using us is the same reason why everyone who buys in Orange County uses us. It's because of our relationship, the strength that we have with these entities. I can get you through with less yellow tape, no broker points, and lowest cost. Now, I'm going to quote you exactly what the price is at the time we open up escrow, but right now, we're not worried about the price because the market's going to change probably 9, 10, dozen times before you even buy your house. Just rest assured that I have the same access, just at a lower cost. And I'll show you that when that time comes. So if you get with the realtor and they say, hey, contact my loan officer friend, just remember, I'm taking care of you. At the end of the day, Mike, it's completely your choice on who you choose. I'm just letting you know why most homeowners or home buyers choose us. Make sense? So it's non-aggressive, but at the same time, you're addressing every single concern that they have before they even bring it up. Yeah. Got it? Answer your question? Yeah. Okay. Hey.
So it's a little bit elaborating on his question. So I just have a question as far as how much time do you recommend after we as senior CSRs push the call to a junior LO? For pipeline management, how much time do you recommend to allocate per lead? And what are the top things that you say you must get this and then focus on the rest later? But these things must be answered, because I don't hear the full conversation, but I just want to make sure, because I know time management is super important.
Yeah, you talk about when you're at a junior LO role?
Right. So
okay.
From when we do the warm handoff to when the junior LO or the LO gets the lead, how much time do you recommend them to spend in that one person before? Because I know that they need to have time to review the documents after they get off the phone.
Yep.
So what are the top things that you recommend them looking at with the conversation while they're on the phone?
Well, their goal is to issue out a PAL, right? So they got to send it through that process in order to get them positioned to actually start shopping. So if you're a junior loan officer and you're managing that file now, it is your job to stay in front of them. And you don't necessarily need to stay in front of them by calling them every week. You can automate your drip campaigns in a way where it's doing it for you. So every Friday, like let's say this week, right? Every pre-approval, I can easily create a group email within my Outlook, but I just have to remember I need to update that group because at some point they're going to turn buyer and they're going to be in escrow. And it would suck if they got the automated email like, hey, happy hunting this weekend. Like, fuck, I forgot, you're in escrow already. And like, that's not going to sound right. So you just got to be sure you're picking that up. But you can create these delayed responses or delayed emails in once. And you're going to notice that a lot of your communication is very repetitive. So you're going to be sending the same exact message over and over, but you can make it very vague. You can make it very general, right? Like, so instead of saying, hey Mike, hope you have a great time searching for houses this weekend, it just removes hey Mike, right? It's like, I know you got a couple houses this weekend, I just want to wish you great luck, don't forget to call me. So now it can apply to anyone and everyone. That template I could save as a signature so I don't have to retype that message over and over again. Make sense? But it's our job to stay in front of them and be creative in a point where we're constantly nurturing that relationship. Because some people can take, like it took me 6 months, 7 months to actually find our home. Whereas if it was like, if I was single and I didn't have kids, I probably would have just picked up the first home that I saw, right? So it just really depends. But you could pick up these clues and these signs based on your experience already working with a few. So if it's a family, chances are it's going to take some time because everyone needs to feel it. The husband, the wife. If it's a bachelor, then dude's probably going to make a move real quick, right? Yeah. Okay. Does that answer it? All right. Hi.
Hi. Okay, my question is, we're all in the role of senior CSRs. What's something that we can do? I know we get the dogs and we try to build rapport and then we hand them off, but what's something that we can do to help make the package just beautiful and great for the next person so that way when they get it, it's just a little bit nicer and better and it's like, oh, this is everything that I needed in the file, plus some. I'm looking for that plus some. I want the files that I send over to be nice and great and to hand it off successfully. So what are some of those things that they're looking for that might be make it stand out?
Yeah, so red flags, like underwriting red flags, like borrower is self-employed, or of the two, wife is the one that does the most talking, husband plays the back role, right? The decision maker is the wife, things like that, because it will help prepare the loan officer of who to talk to most, but also for you guys, when you guys do reach that role, you guys will know who to kind of tailor your message to, right? And there will always be one who speaks up more than the other and one that kind of just goes with it. And typically it's the husband that just goes with it, right? The wife is the one that, she's the boss. So if you identify that, then it's very important that you identify what she wants, but don't necessarily seclude the husband. You still want to, make him feel that he's important. Because if the wife goes sideways, it's going to be the husband who actually is your cheerleader that influences them to come back. Make sense? So other red flags would be, not necessarily red flags, but notes like school district is important. Safety of the neighborhood is important. Must be a one story. Doesn't like 2-story homes. So those type of notes, the LO then reciprocates or repeats. It just makes it that much stronger. Because by the time it gets to LO, it's like, oh wow, okay, she listened. Yeah, this is okay, cool. You know exactly what I want. I don't need to go anywhere else.